Hello everyone. This is what happens when the 3-point lift cylinder seal on a tractor is worn out. Hydraulic pressure leaking past the piston allows the lift arms to drop. Then the system compensates by adding pressure to return it to its selected position. The result is this constant pulsing motion seen here, up and down. The amount of movement in the lift arms varies with engine and pump speed. The bouncing effect is brutal on the operator's backside and lower back. I've been mowing with the finishing deck all the way on the ground with no hydraulic pressure being used to adjust the mower's height, because it feels like the thing wants to cause damage to itself. I've never done the seal replacement job before, but it turned out to be pretty straightforward and uncomplicated. My tractor is once again more comfortable to operate. Let's move it inside in case of rain and get to it. The seal replacement job will also fix another common problem. When the engine shuts down and the hydraulic pump stops delivering pressure, the lift arms drop to the lowest point possible, as seen here.
I put jack stands under the lift arms. They're lifted pretty high. One on each side.
I lifted them to make it easier to reinstall the cylinder after the seal has been replaced.
These bolt heads take a 3/4 inch socket. Guess I missed that one. And this one too. All 6 bolts are the same size and the same length. Really wasn't stuck on there. So before I take this seal out of its plastic wrapper, and this is the oil seal, I'm just going to hold it up here to the inside of this cylinder and see if it's roughly the right size. And it definitely seems to be. I also wanted to make sure I probably have the right size seal before I go disassembling this piston out of here. There's an O-ring over here, which appears to be reusable. I saw a little bit of dust fall down in here. I don't want that. That surface is pretty darn clean all by itself. Especially right here where the O-ring seals, clean and smooth. That's good. That makes it easy. And I got a little bit of grit down in there. It fell down in when I pulled this housing out, this cover. And I'll just try to get it out. Hopefully I got the heaviest part of it and the filter will get the rest. Okay, and then right here, there's an O-ring right here. That appears to be in good enough condition to be reused. That seals between this cover, this housing cover, and this port right here. That's a hydraulic flow point. Boy, guess what? There's a lot of oil in there.
I learned the hard way, so you don't have to. I raised the lift arms on the jack stands so high that the cylinder retained too much oil. They don't need to be that high, just not all the way down.
This piston just slid right out when I lifted the cylinder. Oh, the seal is hard and cracked. Definitely bad. Oh, it's turned to just disintegrating to powder. Let's see if I can get that out. Oh yeah, look at that seal. It's just totally shot. There's nothing left of it. That's definitely a problem. Clean pair of old socks that are full of holes works pretty good as a oil rag. Helps me clean this stuff up. The inside of that cylinder looks good. A little bit of a mark here where the O-ring hits it. And the O-ring I'm referring to there is right here. And that looks like it's still in usable condition, I would say. I'm going to reuse it. If it leaks, I'll have to replace it. Well, it's good to see this piston looks like it's in very good condition, if not excellent. Perfectly reusable. So this side goes into the tractor that way. So it would be oriented this way with the seal towards the top. So that means it goes in this way. The seal I'm using is SBA 0503090012. Oil seal made in Japan. CNH Industrial, genuine parts, high performance. And I purchased this from a New Holland dealer, which was on eBay. Now the lips on this seal go toward the top, goes toward the pressure source, which is up here. So this way. Now I understand this is very difficult to get on. It's a tight fit. And from what I've seen on some YouTubes, people actually boil this to heat it up and make it softer so it will expand more easily. And I might have to do that because this seems like it's going to be a very tight fit. Let's just see if I can do this without heating it up. Everyone says heat it up. Apparently you don't have to heat it up, but that took a lot of pressure. You have to have really strong thumbs to push that on there. But it's on. I think it's going to work. So I'm going to lubricate that seal before I try to push it down inside the cylinder. One nice feature on these cylinders is that it's tapered here on the entry, which will help the seal to get pushed in. I'll put some oil on here just to help it slide in. It's not transmission fluid, or it's not hydraulic oil. It's actually it's 5W20 synthetic motor oil. But that's just what I have on hand, so I'm going to use it. Once the hydraulic oil fills the cylinder, this small amount won't make any difference. This goes on here. This end goes into the tractor this way. That went in really easy. And put some oil on this O-ring. That's it. It's all the way in there. This darn piston has air trap behind it. Oh, I heard it escape right there. That's it. I had this thing all the way closed, and the piston was stuck all the way on the top here, or on the bottom. And you heard that sound when I opened this. So now the piston is all the way to the top. I'll give this one last wipe down here before I put it in. This machined end is a smaller diameter than the body of the cylinder, and that has to mate down inside with a casting that's machined to fit it. Here's that O-ring. I'll put this back on. Sitting in its home there. This port here with the O-ring on it has to line up with the port here on the housing. So the ported O-ring seal here goes to here. I'm going to go 60 foot-pounds on these. Just doing a crisscross pattern. I don't know exactly what the pattern should be on these, but this will suffice. Make sure it's all wiped nice and dry. In case there's a leak, I'll be able to detect it. If I see any drips, I'll know it's a new leak there, because this whole area was dry to begin with. Okay, so I have the hydraulic lift lever all the way down. Right now it's supported on the jack stands. When I start it up, I don't want it to go flying up or down, so I have it all the way down.
Thank you for watching. Please take a moment to like and subscribe.
Well, that's it. It fixed both problems. It's not bouncing up and down anymore, and it's not dropping when the engine shuts off. Well, now I'm really looking forward to doing some mowing because that was a major pain while I was working with the tractor. Constantly bouncing up and down like that. It's extremely uncomfortable, and it felt like something was really wrong, and all it was a seal. I hope this helps you out. Thanks for watching.